All right, everybody. I wasn't sure of how I really wanted to do this specifically. I thought of many ways to do this earlier, but I found that this was the most easiest way to do it. Okay. We'll play the rest of these vids in order. As you can see, all of these videos are basically dealing with targeted individuals. This is only just a small fraction as to what's on YouTube, but these will just be the ones I'll play for now. It's not in the direction of what I wanted it to go. I wanted to have it to where like it shows like many different things, but I figured just showing the channels, just boosting awareness of the channel, would be enough. Now, some of these channels, there hasn't been a response for them or a video upload from them in, I want to say, like 1 or 2 years, possibly three or more. Anyway, I'm gonna play them off in the order that they're at. Once I'm done playing that video, I'll back out and I'll go to the next, and so on and so forth. Okay.
Welcome to my.
Okay. This was March 4th, 2019. This was last year when he made this video. So, okay, good. We're still going.
World here in Denver, Colorado. Just showing you guys what happens when you get microwave. See my eyebrows? It's kind of funny how my left shoulder's needs to be replaced too now. I left video in one of my open folders on my YouTube channel so that people could see the old man talk about in 1960s when he was working for the services on the microwave. They teach you all sorts of things, and they teach you radar. But when the government doesn't like a group of people or an individual, it's the greatest slow, what's the word I'm looking for? Slow, torture, and very hard to prove. Very stealthy, what they do. So they turn it down, I guess, to a low frequency or something, and they hit you consistently for a long time and try and kill you real slow. I'm just showing you. You're not going to get someone more authentic than me. But I don't know if I want to post this, because I'll get so many trolls talking shit like they think they know that they're following the wrong people. The beast system, where there's so many people that are asleep today, and it's our own fault we've let this happen to us. That's the way I see it. Well, I'm sending out love to the TIs, people that are targeted, that are usually honest people. We even got Roseanne Barr on here on the video, on my open video, talking about how they brainwash basically people with the program MK Ultra to point the fingers down to the innocent and not to the guilty. Don't take my word on it. Look it up for yourself. Make your own decision. There's so many people that are not good. Being homeless, I've met a few. I got into a jam a few times. It wasn't good. So, welcome to my world here in Denver, Colorado, where the truth to set you free.
All right, that's that one. Let's go to the next one.
Hello, YouTube. It is December the 8th.
This, yeah, as you see, December 8th, 2017. I don't think she posted a video during this year, so she's one of the few who has not, put any new content on YouTube lately, and it's unclear what their current situation is. Understand some of these videos are dated back that I found as far as an intro vid, but some of them, still don't go up to 2020.
7 p.m. 2015. Got that all mixed up or whatever. Anyways, I'm at my sister's boyfriend's house, and they, was in the truck. And, the last 2 times I was here, there was people that unexpectedly, bombardingly, intrusively coming by for whichever reason. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Before I was a targeted individual. But, anywho, they was basically guaranteed me that there's no one that's coming over. So I just want to mark my words. 7 o'clock. There will be somebody here. I will be recording the fact that somebody has knocked on the door. Or had one reason or another, if it was just an emergency, that they'd be here. Because, as you other targeted individuals know, we are not allowed to be alone for so long without being monitored. Especially in places that we're not usually around, which aren't surveyed very well. I don't know if that's how you say that, but it's the second time I used that in a video. But especially places that you aren't at very often because they are not given the same surveillance your home would be. Sorry. Distracted as always. It's been a really rough. I just watched the video, I think it was called Invisible Holocaust or Unseen Holocaust. And it's from the point of view of the gang stalker who blew on the fact that there was an actual thing, and he goes into very in-depth, just pretty much says exactly what we've all assumed and knew for facts and was wondering and blah, 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 blah. It's just, it hits home. It's hard to listen to. It's hard to listen to all the way through, but knowledge is power. Right? Anyways, thanks for listening to me ramble. Mark my words, I'll be posting another video, and if not, it's going to be the best time I was wrong in my life.
Okay, that's the second one. Let's get to the third.
I mean, look at all these places. They're not even drive-through, but they're embracing the drive-through culture of the fast food area.
One that someone's coming back drive-in movies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Because,
You stay in your own seat.
So you mean everybody is socially distanced in their,
Car, yes.
Oh, I guess you never saw the airlines, huh? They're gonna actually have people sit in like these dividers. Think about the airline with like plastic see-through cuticles around your head.
Yeah, that'd be nasty.
Why is that?
You already don't have much room.
So what they did was they took the airline seat now and add like a big, like a plastic cubicle wall around the person. Like, let's say we're in an airline, right? Right here. That is fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you flew on a plane before, right?
A long time ago.
But back then was when it was like normal.
And the seats were pretty small.
Wow. So So you mean the seeds are so small that if you even like twitch or scratch your nose, you'd be bumping the guy next to you, right? No, that is pretty funny.
Like movie theaters, they make more money the smaller the seats are.
Yeah. So that means there's like selling real estate, cram everybody in there and charge them the same price.
And overbook the plane.
So if they overbook it, that means there's always guaranteed that it'll be a full at every point.
All right, that one, it just gives you a good channel to basically see where you can see obvious signs of, the gang stalking. And also give other fellow TIs out there who are watching this now, check that out, because I'm pretty certain they got pretty good ways of catching these people in the act. It'll give you some tips and tricks on how to, do a proper explanation on your videos, because, I mean, in the end, like, it happens, right? But here's the thing, you gotta have it to where it's, properly distinguishable, and be able to distinguish between the different scenarios of what they're doing, because you may be catching some things that they're doing, but at the same time you're doing that, you're missing some of the other things that they're doing as well. I understand when you got your eyes on some perps, there's some perps elsewhere doing some things that may be very exposing evidence.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise God. Praise God. I'm here in Mint Hill Memorial Park, and I came here. I was preaching about Moses and the story of Moses here in this park. It's kind of empty, but there were a few people. And I have that man in the green shirt.
Okay, that was definitely not me. Go up here. Try this again.
He said he's calling the cops on me because I'm preaching.
The only way that happens is the top portion where the number 15 is at is pushed. My finger's nowhere near there, so if you see it cut out, that's not me doing that.
Preaching the word of God. That I'm disturbing the people. Let's turn it around on him. This man right here. He said he's calling 911 because I was preaching Jesus Christ and that I'm disturbing the people in the park. When I came to this park, it was empty. When I got here, a whole bunch of people started coming in. So he's like, oh, you need to leave. You need to get out of here. This is exactly what the man told me. Well, I'm waiting here. He called the cops. He says he's the park ranger, the man that guards the park from scum like me. So I told them, I'm like, so there's people all over this park. I've had people do so many horrible things to me. No one's ever called the cops. I'm preaching the word of Jesus Christ, so I'm going to wait here. I was like, oh, you called the cops. That's fantastic. I'm willing to stay here. I'm like, it's about time you call the cops. And I want to see them take me and handcuff me for preaching the word of salvation. This man right here.
This was December of last year, 2019, December 16th.
He's there telling people that I'm bothering them because I'm preaching the word of God. There with his arms crossed, acting like he just did such a righteous job. It's amazing that this country, literally everything that they're doing, is gonna curse this country. And they think because of what they're doing, they're doing such awesome things. Here comes the police. And he's there telling his friends over here that I'm hurting and I'm harassing the people.
You ain't got no. Get rid of the homeless. Hey, get rid of the homeless.
It's just sick what's going on. It's very sad. It's very sad. Right here. The 5-foot-tall Latina is being picked on. He kicked me out. He's like, I have to get out of the park. He told me that I have to leave because I'm disturbing the people in the park. Glory be to God. And you got like another guy here now. Look at this. This is one of the lowest moments of this country. One of the lowest moments where you're preaching the gospel of salvation. And like this is the thrill of the day. No, you cannot preach eternal salvation and hope and faith because you're disturbing the people. Let them pull up. And then he's telling me like he's kicking me out as if I've done some sort of federal offense. This is what like white America complains about. And I have nothing against white people, my friends. I'm Hispanic. But they're ruckus. What they complain about ruckus is a woman preaching Jesus Christ. Yet I hear fire trucks and police cars going up and down my street and there's no crimes happening. They're created like disturbing the peace, and it's just a sad time for this country. It's like this mind control is going on, that you speak hope, you speak faith, you speak salvation.
I really don't want to pause this video, but there's something I need to remind people of. Think about how much they charge you just to ride in an ambulance. And then seeing how they're just wasting, they're just literally prattling around with these cars, but they're charging people damn near $500, just to catch a ride in the thing when they're in an emergency situation, just to get from home to the hospital or from the hospital to home, right? Think about that. They got these people wasting those trucks just driving out just to harass people when people could actually be in an emergency situation and they actually do have an emergency. I don't it's possible that when they do, I'm just curious. Do they do this when there is an emergency? They'll knock two birds with one stone. They'll do the noise harassment thing, and while on their way to an emergency, or do they just freaking drive these vehicles around to do the noise campaign? You got to understand, the whole point of them doing this is to basically create the noise and to expose the target to that. It's a sensitization tactic that they use. This is going as far as from colors harassment. This is going from verbal harassment and character defamation, so much and so more. I'm going to go ahead and finish this video, and then we'll move on from there.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
So we got call. Some people are saying that you're causing a disturbance.
No, nobody went to complain to the man. That man in the green shirt, okay, he's some sort of ranger, but I was speaking. This is a public park.
Yeah.
And there's nobody here working here. When I got here, there's nobody here. Like, I mean, there was like nobody here. A few people were here.
Okay.
So I'm preaching the word of the Lord. And this man, he must have pulled up like maybe 10 or 15 minutes ago. I've been here for more than an hour. And the guy in the green shirt, he pulls up here. Someone's dropped him off. So he heard me preaching. And I was actually almost done.
Okay.
But I mean, I was preaching hope, faith, salvation of Jesus Christ. And it's a joke to this man. He's like, you need to get out. No, you can't. You have to get out. You can't stay here. No. I mean, look at the message. What is wrong with the message?
Nothing. You have free speech to whatever message you want to deliver. He told me you were soliciting. Soliciting is you're
I
trying to
told him
sell
I'm not
something.
soliciting Jesus Christ. I don't make money from preaching the word. And I'm not crying because I'm hurt. I'm crying because this country, look at what they're doing. He's calling the cops because I'm preaching Jesus. It's a joke. He's laughing. No, he didn't say. He's like, you need to get out of here with that. And you need to leave. That's what he said. And all of these people are just, it's just like, it's sick. It's sick because there's so many things happening in parks. And it's just, it doesn't make any sense what these people consider good and what they consider bad. It doesn't. And he's just like, oh, well, there's rules. Well, there's nobody. First of all, you weren't here. And if I was really disturbing somebody, I think they would have called the cops an hour ago. So I just feel like he's causing a show because he wants to. That's it. And anyway, I'm done. So I'm going to go home anyway, not because he kicked me out. This is a public park.
It is.
And I'm not here. I'm not having a church service. So I'm not going to come and ask to sit on a bench. When I was preaching, there was probably 1 or 2 people there. If people came and they knew I was doing that, why would you come? So when you want to explain things to people and they don't want to listen, then they're not going to listen. So I don't really think I did anything wrong. And if this is wrong, then there's something wrong with how people see. If you're speaking hope, you're speaking faith, you're speaking love, you're speaking eternal salvation, something that's positive for kids, just letting people know, let your kids know about God, let them know about if they have to go through something, it's positive. I'm not coming here selling drugs. I'm not here selling Jesus. I'm not here trying to ask for offerings. And I told him I'm not soliciting. I'm not giving out Bible tracts. I'm not telling people to come to a church. There's people I see all the time playing music in parks. They're doing things all the time. And I don't call the cops on these people. And it's a shame because these are people, like, he looks like he has a good head on his shoulders. But he's kissing a dog right now. So at the end of the day, I don't.
Theatrics 101. It's basically you see, when they do heinous acts like this, when they F with people like this, understand. You see how it just so happens to be right in front of the camera where he does that? That's too much of a coincidence, you know? They were all the way over to the right side, but they go right to where the camera is. They go in full frame to be seen. Right? They go in full frame to be seen. Understand the definition of a cover-up and a psyop and how they try to cover their own shit. They're going to do some of the most heinous, despicable acts you will ever imagine. But look at what's happening right there. You see that what's happening right now? What they're doing? They're covering up the fact that the guy basically did something really fucked up. So these people working for this organization, they have committed many different crimes. And they're still committing crimes. Some of them even do drugs. And the police are working along with these people. They know every bit about it. And they have no problem with it. They catch me out there doing something like that. Oh, I'm gone instantly. I'm gone instantly. Trust me, I'm gone instantly the minute that happens. Understand that this whole thing is based off of divide and conquer, and they're basically are feeding into these people's addictions so that they will stay hooked on those addictions and stay hooked on the system which is feeding them, which is eventually going to be the same system that kills them. They're too convinced that they're in the safe zone of this. Dude, there's no safe zone in that. They want to enslave everybody, and these perps are no exception. These Masons are no exception. These FBI agents are no exception, and neither are the police, neither are the military. None of those individuals, I don't care what position they have, they are no exception. Because understand this: the stuff that they're putting out there is everywhere. If they're giving you something to counteract that, don't you think they can take that away? If they seize control over everything, don't you think they can't? They can just take it away so you can't get that something to basically, vent that shit out of your system. This is why I'm urging people to get the hell out of America while you can, man, or at least somewhere off grid. Honestly, I just with all the the vape trails and stuff, man. It's just that. This is going back to where I watched Brian 2's videos. Everywhere I seen him go, he was always on the grid. Saying you can't escape it. Everywhere I saw him go was on the grid. And if they're using, they're using the cell towers for this. You can't go somewhere else where there's cell towers because why? They're gonna use those. They're just gonna all they gotta do is just connect into those towers, and then bam, you're being attacked again. That's how they do it, and I know this because I have experienced this. When I had went over to my aunt's place, right? I went over to my aunt's place, and it only took like a short few minutes, but there were some very suspicious things happening when I went there. And this was after the day that I went to the movies with them, right? Something was very off. Now here's what happened. I didn't say anything about what was going on. I didn't tell them nothing. I didn't say jack shit about anything, okay? Because I was afraid that if I did say something, they were just going to target them too. Little did I know, they did started targeting them, despite the fact that I didn't say anything. So you think, I understand my aunt had nothing to do with whatever it was that got me put on this stuff. I only went out for a decent night with both her and her boyfriend was tagged along with us too. And we went to go see a movie together. And the whole entire time this happened, man, there was a freaking chopper above the movie theater. These gang stalkers were all over the place, even all over. They even tried to take it. My family tried taking me to McDonald's. I said no, I don't. I was being indecisive about it because I didn't know whether I should or should not. Dude, the next day that I decided to go directly to my aunt's place, she was having the symptoms of being attacked by this weapon. And I know because I've experienced those same symptoms while being attacked by this weapon. And I can tell. So don't think that they're not just going to just submit anybody to this. They will submit just about anybody to this shit, man. I know one thing, though. And this is my message to all TIs out there. We're not victims. No. Oh, no. No, we are in no way in shape or form victims. No, we are warriors. Because understand this. When they stoop as far as to go to do stuff like this, they're afraid of you. The fact that they have to get that many people against you, a single person, that is a sign of fear. That is a damn sign of fear. Okay? The fact that they have to have 10 to 15 to 20 people on a single person is a sign of fear. And I'm not saying this out of anger. I'm saying this because I'm damn proud to know that this organization fears us. Okay? They fucking fear every single one of us, which is why they are so desperate to control us. They fear us because our frequency is too damn high to where it literally wakes people up around us. That's why they got to keep us on a short leash. They don't want us to raise our frequencies up because when you raise your frequency up, it brings you more into a centered state. When you stop ingesting these different types of foods that they put all of this disgusting stuff in it, it brings you more and more to centered. But I'm telling you, don't ever think that don't ever be afraid of these assholes, because in reality, it's the other way around. They are afraid of you because every little thing that they're doing, understand, it is illegal as hell. Okay, every little thing that they do, understand that stalking is illegal. Understand that character defamation is illegal. Understand that sabotage of any kind like that is illegal in so many ways. It is written in the book of law. Even though our law system is corrupted, even though our government system is corrupted, even though our military system is corrupted, even though our police system is corrupted, even though all of these things are corrupted, understand there are still laws out there that still goes against them, despite the fact that there's favoritism out there. Understand, if TIs, activists, I don't give a damn who you are, they are afraid of you. Look at how much they have to control just to make a damn difference. Look at how much money they got to spend just to make a damn difference. Look at how much all of the stuff they have to do just to make a difference. That's fear. That's a person who's afraid of the people around them, so they got to force them into a state of change by paying all of this stuff out. They laugh, they slander, and they get off of the heinous stuff that they do, but understand that you are not a victim. You are a damn warrior. You are a strong, anointed warrior, and you are not alone in this fight. No, there is tons of us out there. There are tons of us willing to fight and kick some ass. So don't you ever think that you're alone in this. Without further ado, I shall play the rest of the video, and I will not do any more commentary unless it is needed on a certain point of interest.
I don't understand why people would do that. Kick God, something that has to do for everybody's good. Make it seem like it's bad. So at the end of the day, I'm going home, not because he kicked me out, not because I'm going to ever say, if I did something wrong, I told him, I don't care. I can take me to a penitentiary, take me to jail. Because if that's his excuse that I'm disturbing people because of Jesus. And there's so many things going on in different parks from what I see on the news. This is exactly what you need to tell people before they go into parks. Because there are a lot of people doing bad things, and you can just stop somebody from doing something wrong by giving them a conscience of what they're doing wrong. And instead of that, he's just like, you don't listen. I'm like, what do you mean I don't listen? You know, it's just, I'm still going to come to this park. And this guy's acting like he's kicking me out, like he's going to put some sort of picture saying that I can't come into the park.
You're allowed to be here. If you ever felt like this happens again, or if that man was bothering you to a point where you felt like you couldn't continue what you were doing, you're allowed to call us just as much as he can.
This is the...
And you see, that's what they want. They want you to do... You want to know why they want you to call the police repeatedly? Let me tell you why. It's so that they can discredit you from when it comes to a turning point when you really do need to call them. When you have indisputable evidence about something that happened, and they can't, deny any of this stuff, they want you to get in the current reoccurring process of calling the police, so that they can say, oh, well, we went up there several times and nothing happened, and maybe nothing happened in this time. It's best if you just come down to the station before we can really take the things further. Understand, man, the police department are full aware of what's going on when it comes to a targeted individual.
The point is, like, I've been through so many things. I don't think I've ever called the cops. Not because I don't believe in cops, not because I'm saying anything terrible. If I ever said anything that's offended people through a message that I had, it's not because I'm trying to incriminate everybody. And I always make this clear in any message that I say. There's good and bad people in everything, just like there is in religion, just like there is in the Christian faith that I walk. I don't disclude anyone, but I'm not one of those people. I'm trying to make people understand that. But I wasn't here. I don't really feel like I was doing anything wrong. And if I was, I'm not going to apologize for preaching the word. I'm not.
Okay, I really do want to play the rest of this, but I still need to go through the other channels. I wanted to make this all in one video. I don't judging from the looks of this, they can't take her to jail. So please understand. If you want to watch the rest of the video, I'm gonna actually fast forward it to the end just to see. Maybe if the guy talked to her or not, I don't know. I don't think he did. Because, I mean, they will ask you, like, do you want to talk to him or not? But, like, in this case, they really can't.
Their eyes because they don't want me to preach the word of God.
Yeah. Okay, so that's that one. Remember, it'll be the link to it will be in the description. You can just check it out then when you if you want to watch the rest of it or not. And then here's a targeted individual. Now, here's the thing. This one is a completely different language, but you see, this is what I'm getting at. Like, we gotta reach out to TIs, not just in our own area, but throughout the damn world, man. Worldwide, we need to reach out to TIs worldwide, and that's what's gonna really make a difference. You see, they don't want people doing that because, I mean, why do you think they're doing this quarantine thing? They don't want people to gather. That's why they always attack whenever people gather on the news. Whenever you see people gathering and they're disobeying the social distancing, which is bullshit. The social distancing thing is bullshit anyway. They don't tell you that when you're wearing that mask is actually lowering down your carbon dioxide level, which is actually lowering your immune system because you got to be able to be near other people's germs in order for your immune system to build up any amount of experience to beat the shit out of any virus or any sickness that may come your way. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that. So basically, understand when they're telling you to wear a mask, they're telling you to basically go ahead and accept death. So that's basically suicide. Pretty basically, that is acceptance of suicide, the way they are orchestrating people. But they wanted to say they're using excuses, trying to say, "Oh, it's to keep yourself safe." Look, man, the only damn mask I'm gonna wear is a damn respirator, and nothing else. That's it, nothing else. I'm not finna accept being a victim of their bullshit. No, I'm not a victim. I'm not no fucking lamb to be slaughtered or to be as a sacrificial anything for your disgusting satanic stuff. No. No. I'm not interested in your communist nonsense. I'm not interested in your dirty mindfulness tactics of what you wish to perpetrate on other people around you. I don't care what they like to hear. I don't care what they believe in. Why? Because it's BS anyway. The whole thing is BS. Trust me, man. I've talked to narcissists before. I've talked to corrupted people. There again, when it comes to a lot of this stuff, the mind speaks an entirely different language than the mouth. When people from back in the day said that it goes in one ear, not the other, when it comes to talking, they were not joking. People are really like that. This is another form of that mind manipulation that they're using these weapons with. When you try to talk to some of these people, it's just going in one ear and out the other. If you've seen the video I recently posted, they have it to where it's constantly influenced them to never, ever have any shred of dignity whatsoever, not for themselves or the people around them. They have absolutely no self-respect. They don't care about the people around them. They don't even care about their damn families. Let me tell you something. If a person truly cared about their family, they would not, and I'm telling you, I am telling you, if they cared about their family in the slightest, man, and they knew about this stuff existing, do you honestly think that they would expose and teach their children to work for an organization like this, knowing full well of how deep this is going? Understand that when you're working for an organization like this, you're technically going against the faith. If you go against the faith, that's basically condemning yourself to hell. So ask yourself, what kind of person teaches their own children to condemn themselves to hell? Think about that. What kind of person does that? I said it before, I say it again. They've been brainwashed so bad that they're destructive of not just themselves, but to the people around them. Okay? They're destructive to not only themselves, but the people around them. That and their kids are no exception in this matter. Their families are no exceptions. Neither are their friends. They're so hooked on the system that is gonna eventually corrupt them in the end, man. if it hasn't already. It's already robbed them of their individuality so far. And if you paid attention to like a lot of the verbalization going on through like kids cartoons and whatnot, a lot of the negative stuff that was happening there, that a lot of parents were talking about, um, it's like they're addicted to the whole labeling a person type of thing. Like they're never okay with you just being yourself. It always has to be a label on somebody. It's always got to, this person has to be, they just has to be something. They can't just be, just leave them the fuck alone and go on about your business, or leave her the fuck alone, go on about your business. No, it can never be like that. Not to them, no. It always has to be something. They always have to have something to say. They always have to have something to complain about. They always have to have something to basically get into it, get involved with, to make an issue out of. And I was wondering about that. Like, why on earth would a person want to just intentionally create a problem, man? Like, what is up with that? I could never figure that out. And now I'm starting to figure out why so many people are addicted to this. It's because, first off, some people are either raised that way to do it, and then you got people in the mix who are paid to do it. You know, they'll create a problem out of nothing. That is a threat to peace on its own. That is an indefinite threat to peace. How can you have peace when you've got idiots out there willing to just destroy it out on a whim, just because they were either asked to or just because they were paid to? Man, I swear, it's very crazy. Now I would play this video, but a lot of people may not be able to speak this language. But this will just be one of those things to be able to actually reach out to targeted individuals in the other countries who speak an entirely different language. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Yes, hi, this is Noel. Yes, I'd like to give you an update about my targeting, and I'd like to talk to you about, you know how my targeting started. It just a brief update, like to make how it got started was from a person I knew by the name of Ronaldo Fergoli, and he got me targeted because he was always going in and out of jail. And for me to talk to that guy who was targeted, and it came to me, so you see, I started to get targeted. So what I want to talk to you today about is that there's a lot of people involved in my targeting, okay? Because
Hold on. Okay, so this video was December 13th, 2019. I think he may have some videos in 2020. I'm not certain about that. I'm not certain, but just check it out and see if you just check it out for yourself just to see, because some of them do have videos in 2020 and some of them don't.
it started off, they kept talking about the police are involved in your targeting, and that sounds about right, you know. I didn't understand that at first, you know. And then they were saying that Concord police are involved with your targeting, okay? So I kind of understand, because this guy, Ronaldo Fergoli, he was living in a group home in Concord, California, okay? He got kicked out of a group home, and I helped him move to Antioch. So if they're involved in my targeting, I could understand that, okay? And Antioch police, since Ronaldo Fergoli moved to Antioch, California, now Antioch police are involved in my targeting, right? What I'm trying to say is that they put me in a program that's not just, it's not just to destroy your life. It's actually supposed to kill you. It's supposed to kill me, right? And I'm talking to every person out there, every target individual, every non-target individual. Nobody deserves this type of abuse, human abuse, okay? What they did was they destroyed my life. They want to kill me, they want me to die. And if they're saying Concord Police is involved or Antioch Police is involved with this, I also got a handler too, a contractor that lives next door. Okay.
Target. I just want to do a correction on that. Target individuals don't have handlers. The only people who do have handlers is the perps. And when it comes to anything that's like being directed or orchestrated, that's the overseer. I guess that's the proper term to really use it, just to give people a basic, idea of that. Who basically is systematically controlling everything that's evolving around, and what is to be done, what is to not be done to the target individual. So that's pretty much the basics of operation that got going on. Most of them play as intel. You got to be careful. If you see someone who you have not met or seen in so long, like so many years, they sent them there. And I'm talking about someone who you haven't even seen in so long, right? So long that it's literally been some years since you've seen them. That's just how deep they go, and that's why it's pretty obvious that they do this. Even it's possible, pretty much possible, that they do this even when you were a kid. That's how far it goes back, man. That's how far it goes back. They start building up a profile on you when you were a kid.
He lives next door. The address is 44144. Let me see. 4414 Buckeye Way, Antioch, California, 94531. It's 4414 Buckeye Way, Antioch, California, 94531. That's where the contractor / handler lives, okay? Before they moved in there was a Filipino guy by the name of Edgar who lives next door. I just moved here to my parents' house. And Edgar he had the house for sale. Okay? The house was for sale. And it didn't sell right away. It sold maybe a couple months later, okay? And then we have somebody next door. I think his name is Chris, okay? He drives an Xfinity van, okay? He lives next door he's supposed to be the contractor handler, okay? He has an Xfinity van. He's like, I'm not sure if he's the manager. He manages the place or what. But they moved there next door now. I think they're either from they're Tongan or Samoa, okay? They live there next door, and they know about my targeting. They got they're contractors, right? So I'm talking to you as a target individual. I'm a real target individual, okay? These people doing it, they have no right to harm anybody, okay? I'm really upset because these people who are targeting me have no right to target me. I did nothing wrong. I did not commit no crimes. I did not harm anybody, okay? I did not do anything.
Another hot topic that's been brought up again. This is what I'm getting at when I say it's very difficult for anybody just to be judged off as a criminal, because we are exposed to the smart dust that they're putting out in the skies. This stuff is linked and indirectly so to mind manipulation technology, mind control technology of all kinds, and so much more. Now, there are two times, but now here's the thing: before vape trails were even out, crime was not as bad, nowhere near as bad as it is now. Nowhere near as bad, you know. I just want people to be mindful of that. Before the chemtrails came, the crime was not as bad as it is now.
You know, when I moved to my parents' house, okay, this was on January 2015. I did not do anything to anybody, harm anybody, or commit any crimes. They put me in this program to harm me, to kill me, or to do bad things to me. They use direct energy weapons to harm you, or they'll stalk you, gang stalk you. Whatever they do is to harm you, okay? If you're a targeted individual, you need to speak up, man. Speak up for what you believe is right. Because these people doing it, they have no right to harm innocent people, okay? If you did nothing wrong, you have nothing to be afraid of, okay? These people doing it, they seem like they're happy harming innocent people out there, putting them on some lists, some targeted individual program lists, you know. I don't believe it's right, man. I'm a real target individual. I'm speaking up, you know, because I'm tired of them doing this to me, okay? I told you my contractor handler, his name is Chris, lives next door, 4414 Buckeye Way, Antioch, California, 94531. Okay? His name is Chris. He drives an Xfinity van, okay? They from Samoa or maybe from Tonga. Okay? And then the people who's targeting me, they were targeting Ronaldo Fergoli in the beginning, okay? And Ronaldo Fergoli was living in a group home in Concord, California, okay? He got kicked out of the group home, so I helped him move his stuff to Antioch, California, where his...
Okay. I think they're definitely using the synthetic-based telepathy thing on them. When you're in a position where you're constantly repeating yourself on certain things, that's already a sign of manipulation that they do. But sometimes people just, some people just repeat what they need to say in order to, basically be able to clarify everything, pretty much. Anyway, I want to be able to play the rest of this, but I got to move on to the next TI. I played that lady's video because it really had some telling evidence on her, just for you to get a good example of like some of the things that they like to do, just to mess with you.
This is Xavier Alexander again. I want to speak on some other stuff I've been wanting to get out. Let me say a few things about last night. I think a lot of you guys were thinking, and my friend had checked it out, and he was like, "Man, why'd you do that? Shouldn't have told them that they're really gonna come for you." And I was like, "Well, check this out. They already have." One reason why I did that last night, what I told him last night, was because the last couple years I've been going through some stuff. A couple months ago, my mom passed away, and I didn't have a good relationship with her, and I didn't have any closure. As you go through being a target individual, your friends start to drop off, and you start to not mess with everybody because they turn on you. And when I was going through this stuff last year, and they were really hitting me hard, and that's when they were following me. And I didn't know what gang stalking was, and I was telling people I wasn't gang stalked, but I was gang stalked. They were just over my head everywhere I went. I mean, if I went over my friend's house, I kid you not, you would hear a knock, and you'd hear people running up the steps. These people were following me everywhere. What I wanted to tell you is that I was so pissed off last night. A lot of times I have a tendency to laugh think it's fun, but it's not. I'm not laughing. I'm really pissed. And last night I was really pissed. I'd been drinking a lot and I lost my nephew. I lost my mother. Walking down the street, seeing an old friend I hadn't seen in years, and then he told me another friend had passed away. And it was one of my homeboys. The kind of ones you hang out, drink with, hang at his house all the time, and just, we was hustling. We was good friends, and he had just got out of the pen a couple years ago. And I talked to him, and I was going through all this stuff, and I really didn't want to tell him about this stuff because I knew it was better stay away from him. I just was kind of chilling, but he didn't tell me he got out of the pen and he had cancer, and we were gonna hook up, and I just didn't have enough time to keep up with him, and I got rid of a phone and all that kind of crap, and I just lost contact with him. So anyway, I lost a few people within this time period of going through all this. So that's what that anger was from. That's what the anger, when I'm pissed off. And as I'm trying to help people, I also thought I don't want people to do that because they will come for you. And they tell you what's going to happen next. For me, what's happening next is, I told you, everywhere I go, somebody recognizes me and gives me the whistle. But this is starting to be different. I noticed, I'll get on the bus, and it's no way nobody can see you on the bus. And this guy got on the bus, and he started whistling. As soon as he got up on the steps, you could hear him. Then I got on a bus early in the morning, and as soon as I got on the bus, my bus driver looked at me and started whistling. I know, shit's crazy. So, I was working this little bullshit part-time job because I got in some issues with my other job, so I had to kind of slow down. Stuff kind of slowed down too. So, I just picked up a little part-time little gig, little staffing agency. And it's no way this guy, I was in there and we were in there doing some stuff, and he started the whistling and the little bullshit. And I knew that they had to have went all the way out to where my job was and start. They find somebody and say, hey, this is what we need you to do. This is what's happening right now. What they're doing now is I'm being followed. They have to have eyes on me now. And the reason for these eyes on me is because they're saying that I'm edgy. Really edgy. And when you become edgy, they know that you are capable now of doing certain things. And a lot of times they want to keep eyes on you because they think you could do something. And if you did something, they want to keep their loved ones out of the way. And wherever you're at, and whoever they know that they have loved ones, they'll tell them, hey, this guy is coming around here and we don't know what the fuck he's going to do. Or they have ways of just get their loved ones out the way. They don't worry about anybody else's people. They only worry about their people. And I was coming out of work, and way down the hill, this guy started. He couldn't have seen me.
Another trigger point I wanted to bring up. I understand that the vape trails and the chemtrails and all that stuff is still out there. Now think about it. All those times where you saw massive shootouts, all those times where you saw like massacres going on and whatnot, so many different things. I want to give people a basic explanation on something that I've actually came across, and this was a while ago. I won't give the person its name out who said what I'm about to tell you now, but here's the thing: I was sitting down watching TV, right, and apparently. It's TV thing. Some type of show came on. Not really a show. Kind of something similar to like True TV or Forensic Files or something like that. And it was a guy on there, right? He had a mental breakdown, and he had both his child and his I think it may have been his wife or his ex-wife in the room, in the upstairs room of the house, and he had them basically as hostages sitting there. Just keeping them in there. I don't think he harmed them. At least I don't know. But I do know, right, is that I'm like, something, the cops are immediately trying to kill the guy. You can tell because they're going in there with guns. I get it, like you got to protect yourself, but like I didn't see nobody trying to talk with this guy, trying to ease him down, trying to reason with him or anything like that. Nobody tried that. And when I had brought up that, that idea in the room, that why don't they just try to calm the guy down? Maybe he's just like very mentally unstable. You want to know what one of the people in the room told me? It was like, nah, man, they just need to kill that guy. They just need to kill. They were obsessed with death, man. They didn't want to discuss nothing. They didn't want to, reason with nobody. They just wanted the guy dead. That's it. They just wanted him dead. That's so messed up, man. It really is. Because if a person's being brought up in a broken home, that's like saying that it's the child's fault for being raised in a broken home. So as a result of the behaviorism what they were exposed to, it's supposed to be their fault as the end result. Are you serious? That's come on, man. That's not fair. There's no way that's fair. The person didn't ask to be born up in a broken home. The person didn't even ask to be born at all, And then you got these people out there like popping 20 to 50, not 50, but like 20 to 10 to 15 damn kids. And they're expecting what to pay for that stuff? The system. And then only to have that as the end result? Like, come on, man. And you want to know what's worse? The system, since it controls a lot of the media and stuff, they orchestrate it to basically promote that stuff, especially with what they do with the music industry. They promote the stuff that causes these issues in the first place, man. They promote this shit. They advertise this stuff. They advertise, go ahead and be addicted to the money. They advertise, go ahead and be addicted to sex. Go ahead and be addicted to adultery. Go ahead and be addicted to this. Go ahead and be addicted to that. Go ahead and be addicted to drugs. They advertise this stuff on the daily and they take no responsibility for that. Are you serious? Which is why I don't even watch television anymore anyway. It's just nothing but subliminal programming that they put all through that, which you probably are not aware of. And you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't be able to tell because the stuff is flashing so fast that it's invisible to the naked eye. If you think that's bad enough, then you got the symbol, there's the symbolization all throughout cartoons and stuff, the symbolization all throughout music, or the symbolization all throughout your common TV shows and whatnot, and so much more. It's crazy, man. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play at least like around 2 more minutes of this video. Remember, you'll be able to check this out in the link in the description if you want to watch the rest.
And he started whistling. I was coming up to him. So they were telling me a couple weeks ago, you're going to have to, you're going to have to get eyes on you. They're going to start following you. And just like when they hit me with the V2K or the remote viewing, they told me something like, oh, you're going to be telepathic. That's what they were telling me. Oh, you're going to be telepathic. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And the next thing you know, all this V2 remote viewing started happening. But I didn't know what it was. So, all this stuff is going on with me right now. So it's stepping up. Like I said, I got on a bus and this dude couldn't have seen me. No way he could have seen me. Because I had my little hoodie on, listening to my little music. And he couldn't have seen me. So I understand what they're saying. Last night, the weirdest thing happened. They kept on saying helicopters. And I'm like, what? Helicopters? And last night, a helicopter came over my apartment. You heard it. And a few seconds and it went, I don't know where it went. I didn't even look at it. And they're telling me now that there's going to be helicopters. I'm like, no. Now, I've heard of people saying they're helicopters. And every time I used to hear, you kind of hear about stuff. And when and a lot of stuff I didn't hear about. It happened to me and I read it or I'd seen somebody else like that was happening to me. I mean, the crazy ghosting when I went over my cousin's house, when every room I went to, there was somebody there booming over my head. That was doing it when my other place, when I had university, when I was living in a place called University Place, it was happening.
All right, that's 2 minutes. I really wanted to play the rest, but I don't know how much film time I have on this. As this pro, the thing I'm using to record this now, it doesn't give me any indication of how much film time I have. So I got to make this quick. We only got what, like, I think, like, oh wow, I really need to hurry up. Oh well, if it cuts out, I'll just make a part 2, I guess.
With another video. It's gonna be a short video, just giving an update. I'm on my way right now to get a CT, not a CT, I'm sorry, but to get an MRI.
Okay, this is a fellow TI. That one, it was May 20 to the 2020. Okay, I would play this, but the whole point is just to go ahead and show you the channel so you can just check it out for yourself. I want the ones that I mainly want to play, right, is either the ones that are exposing this, the directed evidence they're showing, and the ones that are showing, the aftermath of, being burned as a result of being under this technology's influence, basically. And I'll play at least about a good 5 minutes of this one.
MRI in my brain and see how
maybe the whole thing, since it's just
see how it's doing. I don't know if a lot of people see my channel, seen a lot of the conspiracy theories and stuff about demonic entities and about gang stalking, but I've had multiple traumas to my brain, more concussions than I could count, and I had a TBI in the Army, and it disabled me. So I have a lot of hard times. I'm on a lot of medication just to be able to live daily life, and I don't live it at the level everybody else does. I live in pain, and I live in a lot of confusion and a lot of different problems that brain damage gives you. But I do the best I can with it right now. It's been a while since they did any kind of scans on my brain, so I'm going to get one today, and we'll see how it turns out. Finally seeing a new neurologist, and they get.
I really don't want to pause it, but I need to warn people out there. Understand, an MRI will give you evidence, but here's the problem. That acts as a double-edged sword. So the perps actually get a copy of that as well. Even though, it's illegal as hell, but, they do that to basically get a more, viewpoint through your neural pathways. So honestly, be careful when you do that, man, because it's like a double-edged sword.
Gave me some new medication for my memory because I don't have much of a memory. I can't remember things very well, but it makes me so lethargic I can't really take it. So I stopped taking it because I couldn't get out of bed, and I can't. Who wants to live life confined to bed? I did that. I was confined to a bed for over 3 years. When I got hurt in the Army, I spent quite a while at Fort Bragg in the hospital there. And then I came out, and they didn't fix everything they were supposed to fix, and they sent me over to VA care, and it didn't go well. It took me 3 years to get surgeries that I needed, and I had to have 3 of them, 3 hip surgeries. One didn't work, so I had to have a total replacement on a hip, and then I had 2 core decompressions, and I also had the nerves removed from my left foot. They cut out the main nerve stem because I was having ghost pain because I had nerve damage, and I got nerve damage all through my body now, so I'm on medication for that too. So, it sucks to be dependent on medication to live, but what are you going to do? The Army eats you up, spits you out, doesn't give a damn about you afterwards. They experimented on me while I was in there, and now I'm being gang stalked and still experimented on. So, I've just been a guinea pig most of my life to these bastards. And unfortunately, I'm dealing with all the fallout, like brain damage. It's hard. I get manic and stuff sometimes, but not like crazy manic. I'll do impulsive things. That's one of the biggest things I deal with is impulsivity. I'll spend money when I shouldn't spend it, just buy things or say things impulsively I shouldn't say, and it's hard. So, that memory, recall, cognitive function. I got a master's degree and post-grad work as a teacher. I'm a certified teacher. I took the practice and everything, but I can't function at that level anymore. I can't read. Like when I was in seminary, I used to read, hundreds of pages a night because you have so much to do. You wrote.
Okay. I'm gonna end it right there. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Again, if you want to watch the rest, it's gonna be in the link will be in the description. I'll have them numbered down along with the names right beside it.
Somebody asked me, so okay, you're a targeted individual, what happens to you? What does that mean? That means you are targeted by a certain agency or whatever it is. I don't really know what's behind it. I know it's dark, I know it's wrong. It's probably the worst crime in humanity. I wouldn't wish this upon a child molester or a murderer. It's horrible, period. Anyways, what is it? What are the tactics that are used to make somebody feel like they've lost their humanity? This gang stalking, for one. So that's where, wherever you go, in public, wherever, you're being followed. So by pedestrians. And not only that, the pedestrians, they're signaling to each other. So they're scratching their nose. Or maybe all of them put one hand in their pocket. Or maybe one of them itch one side of their face, but they do it to each other and they make eye contact while they do it. So you know, these people really aren't just at the same exact time looking at each other. And then when you call them out on it, they act like you're completely crazy. They go, what? I don't know what you're talking about. That's called gaslighting. Look it up. It's gaslighting. So that's the really big kicker. That's, you know, make somebody think that they're insane, because then they lose all their credibility. So we got the gang stalking. Then we got the noise campaign. Now this is when I first noticed. Me and my girlfriend were laying in our apartment, and every day I wake up, long press on the horn. Why? Every day? And then as soon as I go outside, down the stairs, out to my car, like clockwork. So they want to get you sensitized to that noise, make sure they know, or make sure you know that they're watching. They know where you are. Okay, so we got noise campaigns, gang stalking, and then the color harassment. So they want to get you sensitized to a certain color. So for example, when I would go down to my apartment, there would be red and white vehicles parked in the parking lot. Maybe 4 or 5. So, okay. Tons of red and white cars in the world, in the country. But I drive down the street, and the cars on the road, all red and white. Mostly. Few black and blue cars, but the red and the white ones are paired, strategically driving behind one another on the road. And this is, it wouldn't matter how long I drove for, I would see red, white, red, white, red, white. So they want you to know you are being watched. And there's hundreds of people behind these campaigns. I mean, it's a deep thing. So you got noise campaigns, gang stalking, and then the vehicular mobbing, which is the red and the white vehicles, or they may be blue, or they may be all black. It doesn't matter. But they want you to be uneasy. Okay? Now, the last thing I want to talk about is mobbing. So this is public mobbing. So whenever I go into a business, someone will stand super close into my personal space, get right up in there. And then I turn on my head to look at them, and boom, they take off. Not take off like they take off running, they back up a little bit. But it'll be, you know, one person, maybe if I'm in the line at the checkout, and they're all the way at the other end, at the other register, and they're starting to check out, they'll purposely come over to me and come and stand behind me and get in my space for no apparent reason. Or I've had where I go into a, let's say, Walgreens. I'm looking at something on the shelf. They'll come on each side of me and crowd my personal space. Like they're gonna try and box me in to make me feel uncomfortable. And I don't try to pay any attention to it. I just say, hi, how are you? You know, smile and have a nice day. Say, God bless you. And these people go on their way. but they want you to know that we're here and we're here to make you uncomfortable. So look into it yourself. Research the following topics. Research noise campaign, gang stalking, color harassment, Google targeted individual, and mobbing, workplace mobbing, public mobbing, vehicular mobbing. These are all tactics that they use to try to break our spirit.
Remember, all of this reverts back to what I was talking about before. It's hard to really judge someone truthfully when they're when they're under the same influence of manipulation, when all the characteristics are there.
Or everyone that might be listening soon. It is today. I have no idea. It is May that I was on.
Okay, this was streamed on May 25th, 2018. This may be one of the channels that has not had content since then, so be mindful of that. Again, the link to the video to these channels will be in the description.
A couple of years ago, I think in 2015, I took Wellbutrin for attention deficit disorder and a couple of other depressants to kind of make me feel a little better. But, you know, let's see what happens. Let's see if it makes me feel better. Yeah, I'm gonna just put my water bottle over the camera today just because I feel like it. Sorry, I just feel like talking. So yeah, since my last video I posted, I have been feeling extremely lethargic. I've got very weird scratches on my body that I have no idea how they got there. They almost look like burns. Like someone burned me. I don't know what those are from. I'm not going to show them because they are on my right breast. So, yeah, that's what's happening today. Other than that, I'm just kind of gonna keep going on with my days and try to be positive. I'm not hiding out anymore. I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not afraid that someone's gonna try to kill me or hurt me. I don't know if it is someone that lives with me or next to me or whatever, but if it is, that's their problem and not mine. They can just continue to mess with me because I have Jesus Christ in my life and they don't. So in the end, they're the ones that are screwed. I'm gonna start going to church also and see, you know, like if I can meet some people and I don't know, just see what happens there. Even though I don't really want to go, but I don't know. We'll find out. I'm gonna go back and see my family also and see how they're doing. I did tell my mom about some things that were happening and I just hate doing that because I feel like I'm going to scare her. So, some comments I'm not going to reply to because some person that is on this live feed since my last video is just a complete ass, and I don't know what the hell they do with their time, but they literally log on right when I go live, so kind of weird, but whatever. But yeah, I'm getting ready to go get my Wellbutrin. Takes a couple weeks to kick in. I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder from my previous relationship that was over 10 years ago.
PTSD.
And yeah, we'll see. I hope it helps. Let me just kind of you know, I gotta do something different because I'm just so tired. I want to sleep. And my dreams are so vivid and weird. I mean, it's like a movie or something. And even though they're disturbing, like I'll wake up and then I'll go back to sleep to continue dreaming that same thing because like I'm trying to figure something out in my dream. Yeah, sounds crazy, I know. But as far as working out, I'm just exhausted. I'm just exhausted. So we'll see what happens there.
All right. Remember, the link to the channel will be in the description. I got to move on because I don't have a lot of battery life left, and I'm not certain how much film time I still have left. We only got like 5 more videos. Let's go ahead and get right through this. I'm only going to play 5 minutes.
Hi guys, I'm back. Okay, so a viewer sent me a request and asked me to break down my last video in detail, and I decided I'm going to do it. I'm not going to take more than 30 minutes, so grab a pen and paper and make sure you check out the link below because I provided a link to some of the technical terms that I'm going to be starting off with. Okay, so the last video I did regarding how this program works and what steps you can take to get out of it. Okay. Again, someone asked me to go into a little bit more detail so they can understand what they need to do to shift it from being a negative programming to a more conducive, positive programming. Okay, so the first thing I want to speak about is what scientists call the swarm intelligence. I posted a link below, so check out the link and you can read up on what is swarm intelligence. Swarm intelligence, the principle of swarm intelligence was taken from insects and animals who congregate as a group. They gather together as a group, okay, and they create a collective chain of thoughts and patterns to produce a specific outcome. Like, you know, there's an old saying where there's protection in numbers. You know that saying? There's protection in numbers, okay? And we are living in a number-based paradigm, right? So the more numbers you have, the more momentum. Even in physics, okay, this term is applied, okay? Physical, physics theories, this term is also used, So swarm intelligence is based upon the principle of numbers and using math in terms of numbers as a means to get to an expected outcome. Birds do it, bees do it, fish in the ocean, they do it, human beings do it. Now, one of the component of this computer-based programming is that it's built and designed using swarm intelligence. And the name given to it is called AI swarm intelligence, free or artificial swarm intelligence. And I'm going to read to you, I posted the link below, what artificial swarm intelligence is, and then I'm going to explain to you to help you understand what you are in and help you understand how to get yourself out.
May 2nd, 2017.
Okay, so what is swarm intelligence? I explained that. Now we're going to go into artificial swarm intelligence. Okay, so artificial swarm intelligence or swarm AI system combines knowledge, wisdom, opinions, and intuitions of live human participants in a unified, emergent intelligence that can generate optimized predictions, insights, and judgments. Okay, now there are research papers written on artificial or swarm AI. Now swarm AI is different from biological AI. Swarm AI is basically using the quantitative or numerical analysis and qualitative observations analysis from nature's swarm intelligence, insects, animals, etc., and taking that data and transferring it into a computer. Okay? And what the computer does is that the computer, because it's built in with algorithms, okay, that's based off of input, loops, feedbacks, calculations, numerical, mathematical calculations, it produces a specific outcome. That is what you find yourself in. What you are in is a swarm AI. Swarm intelligence or artificial intelligence, swarm artificial intelligence. I think that's the better term. That's what they have here. So I'm going to read to you what this is again. A combination of real-time human input. I provided the research link below. Okay? A combination of real-time human input and AI algorithms. That is what you are in. Okay? Remember I said to you, this is a computer program. And that's why I said to you, do not feed it negativity about your environment, because the algorithms are designed to take that output, that negative output that's coming from you, encode it into this program and then generate an output. And one of the output it generates is swarm intelligence. So those of you who are trying to understand things like gang stalking, mob harassment, workplace mobbing, group slander, any sort of human behavior where they congregate towards you in a negative manner, that is the swarm intelligence. That is the intelligence that's encoded into the AI. So this is why I said to you, do not input negative feedback into this system, because it is a computer. And listen to what the scientists who came up with this, listen to what they're saying. They said it is a combination. Let me go back. It enables groups. What is gang stalking? What is mobbing, workplace mobbing? What is street theater and harassment? What are all these things? Groups of people outputting negative feedback to make you react in a negative manner, or to color the public's perspective of you in a negative manner. Listen carefully. It enables groups to form real-time systems online, connecting as human swarms. I did not come up with this. I provided you the link below. From anywhere in the world. This is not my research, and I am not a scientist, and I did not develop this. Okay? Because
Okay. I want to play the rest, but again, the link will be in the description, because I still got to go through the other videos. We only got, three left? 4. But you see, she explains it pretty well. This is why, you don't really want to react to a lot of the crap that they do, from the color harassment, the noise harassment, all this stuff. You don't want to respond in a negative manner, because, you're giving them what they want. We got 4 videos left. Remember, the links to these videos will be in the description. Let me try to speed through these. Oh. This was May 1st, 2018.
You witches are going to hell, okay? So just accept it. Quit trying to perform sorcery on me. You know where you're going. You know where you're going. You're fucking desperate. You should be worried about what I can do to your soul. Don't worry about trying to kill me. It's not gonna happen. You will fail miserably every single fucking time. Until I evolve and I judge your soul. I'm really fucking tired of the sorcery. You lefties are absolutely fucking ridiculous. You're incredibly stupid and reckless. And what's worse is your ego makes you think that you're in control and that you can do whatever the fuck you want to me. And you can't. If I was in a coma, you could, but I'm not in a coma anymore. I know how you work. And you're going to hell. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, the hell I have planned for you is far greater than the hell you designed for us. I promise you. You will burn, and you will not die. You will beg for death. Death will not find you. You will sit in a lake of fire until you are transformed into a star of light. So, yeah, you know, what's worse is you mimic everything in me as if you see me as a cell phone, like, but you don't realize that I'm paying attention to you as you possess me and do all these different fucking things. Your ego reveals you 100 fucking %.
Even I'm guilty of even saying this. Swearing is another form of negativity that they try to trigger you into doing. It's best to really, remove yourself from that perspective of swearing, because that is a form of negativity, as you saw in the last video. I could play more of this, but I don't know how much field time I have, and we only got just 3 more left, so let's just go ahead and finish this off. You can watch the rest of it if you want. It's gonna be in
Hi YouTube, I'm making this video because I feel like it's time to, because the more I stand up to these people, the more they continue to harass me. I'm a TI. I've been dealing with being gang stalked since 2007. And ever since I started posting videos, it just seems like the gang stalkers are acting crazier and crazier. Okay, so how it began was terrible. I was actually in the car with my children, and people dressed with red shirts started to scream my name and run after my car, and everybody would act like they would have a weapon on them, like they were going to draw their weapon on me. It's a community effort. It's been happening it's been 13 years. And it was probably happening earlier. I mean, they probably had already set me up for it, but I was just too young to pay attention. I thought the world was normal. And I began going to church, and I thought I was having a nervous breakdown because I just was dealing with all these attacks that I thought nobody else could see it. I thought nobody else knew what was going on. But now that I know about the program, I know that it was well planned and people definitely knew about it. So I'm to a point now where I'm just sick and tired. They sabotage like I would get a job, they would send employees or a boss just to make work really hard for me and push me away, push me out. I don't know why I was chosen for this. I don't know what I did to be in this position. But I know that I have members around me of the Freemasons. I know that my aunt works for Bill Gates. I know that my dad's family, they're Masons. They have to be to have the type of money that they have. And on my mother's side as well. So I'm dealing with attacks from neighbors, friends,
strangers. I get bumped into, aggravated, pushed until I snap, and then people will call you crazy after they provoke you. Just today, I was going to pick up some food, riding down the street. This truck is doing like 5 miles an hour, so I went around it. The truck came to my house. I asked the guy, how can I help you? He accused me of almost killing. He didn't say hitting, or he said I almost killed some kids, which really upset me because I felt falsely accused. I called the police on him. One of the police officers was yelling at me, and I let him know. I said, I know I'm a TI. You ain't nothing but a perp, and I'm going to expose y'all because I'm not about to keep taking this. You're not going to keep bullying me and think I'm just going to keep ignoring it. It is a community effort. Obviously, they don't want me in this community. For what reason, I don't know. But I'm really sick and tired. Like, when I first moved here, AT&T showed up. Oh, they were so quick to approve me for a phone and put antennas on my house and all that. And then this home protection thing, alarm system. Oh yeah, I'm sure they're monitoring me through that too. I'm like, why are these people? I'm not even going or requesting these things. They're just showing up at my house, offering these things to me. Excuse my hair, y'all. I'm a mess right now because that just happened. I was just outside screaming, which I hate doing, but I don't like getting falsely accused, especially something like that. The kids walked up. I said, did I almost hit y'all? They were like, no. She didn't almost hit us. Now, I didn't coach them or anything. They said it on their own. The police said, what happened? They said, one of them was like, I didn't even see her. The other one was like, he was the one driving slow. And she just went around him. And the police was standing there holding his, hand over fist, his little Masonic pose. And he was yelling at me. And I'm just tired of these people thinking they can bully somebody. For what? My whole thing is, why? For what? What did I do to any of you? I did nothing to you. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. They don't know me from a can of paint. Clearly, I've been profiled somewhere. More than likely, they probably tarnished my entire reputation. They have literally destroyed my future, my life. They get a rise out of your pain. Like, they don't feel sorry for you. They don't care about what it's doing to your children. They don't care. And that's the part about it I don't understand. Why these people don't care. They don't have regular human emotions. These people are like the living dead. They're like zombies. I find it interesting that the day where I'm upset, I'm like cursing and screaming because I'm holding it in for all of this time. And then they choose to try to set me up. Guess what the guy's license plate number said? Beware, 9. Really? So that's just a coincidence? They make it so obvious what they're doing to people. And I just wish it would stop. I'm a Christian. I believe in God's power, and I'm just asking him to make these people stop. I get fake targeted individuals reaching out. I get gang stalkers reaching out, pretending to be my friend.
That's what
I don't know who profiled me or who put me in this because they want to play God. Because they want to play God because they don't like me. So they feel like, oh, I got her. I got power over her. And I just don't know why this was allowed. My life has been very hard. I've had a very hard life. These people are trying to ruin me. And I'm just tired. And I'm going to keep speaking out about it. And I'm going to keep putting up videos and I'm going to keep posting. Because if I don't, if anything happens to me, they were behind it. And I want the world to know it's monsters all around you. Don't trust anybody. People will do anything for money. The Bible says, for the love of money is the root to all kinds of evil. These people are doing this for gift cards and just to be in the in crowd and to be in a circle, and it's Masonic and it's demonic. And I don't bother these people, but they keep bothering me, and I just want them to leave me alone.
Okay. It's like close to 8 minutes. I still need to go to the next channels. Definitely go ahead and give your support to these TIs out there. Let's check out the. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Ooh, that was a close one. I would have definitely regretted that. Okay. Okay.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸರೋಜಾ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ಗೋಕಾಕೂರ. ನಮಸ್ತೆ, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸರೋಜಾ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ಗೋಕಾಕೂರವ್ರು. ನಾವು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಭಯಾನಕ ಇದೆ, ಜನರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಇದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಇದರಿಂದ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಗ್ಗಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ.
I'm not familiar with the language, so I can't even translate. My apologies. But this was published on January 2nd, 2019. This was last year. This is also the fellow TI that's in India. So I would play the rest, but if you have a translator, I recommend you use that. We definitely got to reach out. Anybody who knows we need TIs who can speak multiple language for the most part, you know. That's one of the main things we definitely need. Again, the links will be in the description. This will be the last video that I'll be showcasing for this one, but this will not be the last compilation video. Don't even think that this is the last one. There's going to be
a breakthrough. Scientists can now see through. It's me. How you doing? Well, I just want to share an article, mind reading a breakthrough. Scientists can now see thoughts of rats using a brain map. You know, we already knew stuff like this existed. They've been working on the human mind, brain-to-computer interface. So anyway, they can tell what the rats are thinking by observing activity in their brains. And basically what they said is they use a map or a maze to test and map out the brains. And after a while, they can even tell what they can predict when they're going to make a mistake, all kinds of stuff. Now, of course, don't you love this? Humans may be a little harder to map. Really? Well, I guess practice makes perfect, right? Yeah. But the team, who's the team? John O'Keefe, May Britt Moser, and Everard Moser, the team that won the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2014 for working out the relationship between the hippocampus, and whatever. Okay, two different parts of the brain. Okay, I understand it. I don't know how to say it. I'm not looking. I'm whatever. But and again, interesting, you know, you just gotta read. Now this, I didn't look up anything towards our situation. This is just in Science and Medical News Today. And you can find all kinds of stuff that are just in the medical field testing. And I don't know, it's so nice of individuals that want to, I don't know, give themselves over for the testing and the improvement. You know, they got to have people to verify this stuff, right? Right. Okay, so people have to, their brain has to be used, their brain has to be mapped out in order to get this working. Anyway, second thing I wanted to share. I don't have a computer use this, so I'm just doing the best I can. Chinese court presents an app tracking nearby deadbeat debtors with a map of shame. Basically, the People's Court of China. It's just kind of like, you know, they see people out in public that are on the bad debtors list, they will take pictures and send it to the Stasis, basically. And it's part of their rating system. You know, they're going to be having their whole personality rating system. And it's kind of like a credit system, only, you know, they got the snitches. Snitching to your neighbors into the 21st century, making it simple and convenient to report those with outstanding financial obligations to authorities if they're out and about shopping. Say you're buying potato chips instead of an actual potatoes. You're buying caffeine instead of milk. Well, that would be irresponsible if you're behind on any of your bills. Okay, so anyway, I just thought I'd share these two. I'm really tired, so it's not like the best video, but anyways, that gives you guys something to look at. All you gotta do is Google. This was just current news right here. And you can't hardly see it, seeing as how I took a picture of this, but you see all the facial recognition little lines. So it shows debtors, and there is a map just like the gang stalking thing. People would frickin' insult our high intelligence. Oh, how could that happen? Oh. Anyways, guys, have a good day. I'm not feeling well. Hey, you guys, like my whole life, I always wanted to try to live as long as possible. And now I just wish, now I can't wait till Jesus comes, actually. But anywho, you know what'll be interesting is a lot of these people that are harassing us. I wonder if they're going to end up in the deadbeat debtors file, because then they'll be on the alert system. Because there's going to be the personality, the debt, and I guess in the blacklisted. And it went into actually a very interesting thing about the debtors court and what they do, up into taking your pet. So yeah, they'll take your dog or your cat. They can stop you from going to good hotels and getting all the good restaurants and all of that. You'll be banned from that. And if you are indeed in good standing on your debts, then you'll get discounts to stuff. You'll be in the club. And so you can look that up, you guys. Using this because I don't have a, what do you call it? I'm not around my computer, so my little notepad thing that isn't even hooked up to anything really. Anyway, blah. You guys have a good day. And everyone hang in there.
Alright. That's the compilation videos for you. I will be reaching out to these targeted individuals that are on these links here. I will give them information as far as all the stuff that they can do to protect them, and I do fully intend to do that. I have yet to do this yet as as making a compilation video, especially with gathering all the links and finding these videos. I'm telling you, it's not an easy task. It really isn't. I am not joking. You have to really dig, and then you got to make sure you're not, showing the same one from before, because you got to keep finding the other ones that have been missed. This is MM. My prayers and my love is going out to all of you. Stay safe, stay strong.